500 likes and I'll get episode 8 up tomorrow. Margarito is officially ranked. He is the 15th ranked middleweight in the UFC currently. In the last video, we went up against Shabazian. He was our first ranked opponent in the middleweight division. Today, we're going to be fighting Derek Brunson. So, of course, as usual, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and learn a little bit about our opponent, Derek Brunson. He, just like Shabazian, is a 3.5-star fighter here. We're going to slide over and unlock his fighter style, which is a wrestler, again, much like Shabazian. This is a 5-week fight camp, so let's go ahead and get a sparring session in. We got to make sure that our fitness levels hit peak. We have plenty of time to get there. Do some heavy bag work here, get some Evo points unlocked. And just like the last episode, I am gonna use the Evo points in this video, but we'll use them at the end of the training sessions once we're done unlocking as many of them as we can. Got all the Evo points we could have there through the bag work. Now we're gonna go ahead and skip to week 2. It's only week 2 of the fight camp and just that one heavy bag session. We're already almost at peak fitness. So I'm probably gonna use a lot of training points in this fight camp on unlocking, watching more tape on Derek Brunson, maybe get all the way to level 5 on that and learn his tendencies. We're gonna hype the fight up a little bit. First thing I'm gonna do here in week 2 is work on some connections. Michael Chiesa is a guy that we can get some good grappling techniques from Michael Chiesa, so I wanna work on that relationship. Anderson Silva, obviously one of the most prolific strikers in the history of combat sports. Would love to have a good relationship with him. We can learn a lot from Anderson Silva. And then Carlos Condit. Lead spinning elbows, interesting. The side cage Superman punch would be fun to learn. The last 50 points for this week, I'm gonna go ahead and watch tape again on Derek Brunson. So week 2 will be filled up with working on connections with different fighters. And we're gonna go ahead and unlock the game plan 3 top moves from Derek Brunson. We'll watch tape to see what his favorite things to do are. He loves the hook, the body hook, and the ground by. So the ground and pound and the heavy hooks from Derek Brunson is what to expect. Let's move on to week 3. It's week 3 of our fight camp. Let's go ahead and unlock game plan 4. Pretty well-rounded Derek Brunson, and we already knew that. And last but not least, we are gonna unlock the game plan 5, which is his tendencies. He tends, your opponent has an uppercut from hell. Try not to duck forward at all costs. It will cost you the fight. All right, so we need to sway East Coast, West Coast, and backwards from Derek Brunson. Avoid that uppercut. And as they said, he likes to throw the heavy hooks as well. So as usual, again, I think the game plan for Derek Brunson is gonna be maybe chopping down the legs, might even work his body a little bit. And if we can put him on his back, I wouldn't mind getting another submission here. We've already advanced to week 4 of this fight camp. We're gonna get some more sparring in. I'm actually gonna get a little wrestling session in here. Solid wrestling session there. All Evo points unlocked, challenges completed. Moving on. Getting really close to peak fitness. I'm just gonna go ahead and double down on sparring sessions here in week 4. This time we'll do some Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. The challenge is to submit our opponent. Let's get that done. Got him. There it is. Bang. We got the submission there at the end of the session. We love our arm bars around here. Challenge is complete. Evo points unlocked. Once again, we're going to advance to week 5 of this fight camp and get ready to fight Derek Brunson. See if we can get some unlocks done with our Evo points first. We do have at least one more sparring session left that we're going to complete. Still got some points left for week 4 though, so let's go ahead and get a social media post up. Our first one of this camp, almost a month in. Hey gang, bet on me in the next fight. I'm training to beat everyone. He just loves letting everyone know how hard he's training. Now we're in the 5th week of fight camp right now, and we're a little bit past peak fitness. I would like to do another sparring session, or even 2 if I can, to get as many Evo points as possible. Let's just get a boxing session in here to finish off our sparring sessions. We didn't get a lot of Evo points in this episode, which may come back to haunt us. We got to work on uppercuts here, which will be relatively easy. They're my go-to. A little jab uppercut's my favorite combo in the game. Use it from both feet, might I add. Beautiful combo. Uppercut just does damage on here. It always has. All right, so that ends our last sparring session. We got all the training points that we needed there, unlocked our Evo points, and we're pretty much at perfect fitness for this fight. We are ready to go. Might be able to get one more social media post in, but then it is fight time. I have enough points to get one more social media post up, so let's go ahead and chirp it on Twitter. So hyped for the fight. Training hard. It's like they hear me. They put 4 exclamation points on that one. It's all he ever says. Give me some extra dialogue, EA Sports. Let's go, boys. It's fight week. Time to scrap.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC middleweight division fight. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if he can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, it's always tough when you draw that high-level wrestler who has a lifetime of experience in a one-on-one competitive situation. Prevailing wisdom is he'll have the wrestling advantage in this one tonight.
As his dad said, the moment he introduced him to the sport, he knew that he was made to be a wrestler. The kid slept in his headgear. He only wants to wrestle, and by doing that, he puts you in danger. He's constantly in your face, constantly trying to dig at your gas tank. He goes from transition to transition, single to double to high crotch. It does not matter the attack. He just knows that he will give you so much to process in terms of the wrestling that eventually he will get you to the ground.
You ever sleep in your headgear?
I sleep in my headgear.
All the time?
All the time.
All right, big one for him here tonight. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 6 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Hoodoo. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 20 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Wilmington, North Carolina. And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Yves Levy.
All right, here we go with round 1. No denying the moment.
Oh, he tried to fake. Okay. Did he just try and fake a glove touch? Now you're going to sleep.
He could just be staring at his first UFC title fight. If not,
Brunson's moving kind of slow here to start.
Bottom line, you win a 4th straight fight.
I wonder if he's nervous.
Getting a high-profile pay-per-view slot here in the UFC.
Oh.
All right, early round 1 here. We've got an outstanding wrestler on one side of this.
Oh my goodness, is this going to be a quick night, Derek?
Very bad.
Brunson gets up, but he looks dazed. He looks confused. Oh! Well, he's certainly keeping busy, DC, connecting with most of the punches he's thrown.
I mean, punches in bunches. He's doing a great job.
Visibly limping here. Brunson gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Oh, a little single collar tie there.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Oh, and he gets tagged. Oh!
Sit down, take a seat.
He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Okay. I should have been expecting that there in that situation. Just get right back up. We're in better shape. Clearly.
If I'm going to do this to anybody, it's Eddie. Big, powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
All right, he's starting to land on me now.
Well, that jab, one of the best weapons in his arsenal. There it is again. Good series of strikes.
Oh, he's dead. I think he died. I think he died. Oh, oh, baby. Whoa, whoa. We're going to do 2 fights in this episode. That was quick. I'm also thinking about bumping it up to hard difficulty. Now that we're facing ranked fighters, it doesn't seem to be too much harder. I'm going to bump it up to hard now so I can get used to it before we fight for a title.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 56 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout.
There he is.
All right, 7-0 as a pro, 6-0 in the UFC. Our next fight offer is... who's it gonna be? Chris Weidman. Now we're taking a bump up in competition. Chris Weidman is on the down stretch of his career. He's declining. He did win his most recent fight in real life, but he's been knocked out a lot in his last few fights. He is a former title holder though, so this will be the first time we're fighting a UFC champion, and this, as you can see there, UFC 275, this will be on the main card, so we will be making our first appearance on a main card. That's exciting, and I am gonna bump the difficulty up to hard here, so let's spice things up and do a second fight. We're gonna accept this one with Weidman, and we're gonna do a, let's do the 6-week fight camp, just in case. Let's get those Evo points. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. All right, we have a mandatory promotional option. Podcast interview. UFC has requested you to call into a podcast and promote your fight. Let's get it. Hope all my hometown fans tune in for this radio spot today. Get all the info about the fight straight from me. Let's get it. Now, local news at 6 interview. Join your local anchor on the 6 o'clock news to discuss MMA and your upcoming fight. That'll cost 50 points. Done deal. Done deal. Gonna be on the local news tonight to talk about my fight. Tune in, folks. Might as well get a website photo shoot in for the Raging Realtors while we're sitting here. Get all of our promotions done in the first week of camp. Probably would be more ideal to do it in the back stretch of camp in real life, but it's a video game. Our hype is also up to medium now, might I add, so we added another bar to our hype. We're also now ranked 12th, so we bumped up ahead of Derek Brunson. We moved up 3 slots from 15 to 12 in the middleweight scale. Now let's watch some tape on Chris Weidman. Overall, he is a 4-star fighter. His fight style, again, a wrestler. That's 3 consecutive wrestlers we're gonna be fighting. Time to get our first sparring session in for this fight camp. Let's do a little bit of wrestling. Again, I'm just gonna keep doing wrestling stuff in our sparring for these fight camps. I need to have a strong base. I'm so scared of getting dominated on the ground for our first loss. Solid work there on the ground. Moving on.
1 eternity later.
Type this fight up on socials. I'm a little nervous, man. This is exactly what I've been fearful of. We're fighting a wrestler and we bumped it up to hard difficulty. I suck at grappling on this game. I'm genuinely concerned he's gonna put me down and I'm just not gonna be able to get up. Let's go to the next week of fight camp. We're halfway through. Another solid drill there on the feet, working the hands a little bit. We did suffer an injury in that one. We got dropped by our sparring partner, so we're gonna have to go ahead and clean that up. Go ahead and watch a little bit more tape on Chris Weidman. His top moves are the elbow, the double leg, the single leg, and the boxing combos. I do not want Chris Weidman to lay on me in this fight. I'm so nervous. All right, we advance to the next week of fight camp. Work on some of our connections here in week 5. We're already at peak fitness. The question mark kick is one I would like to add. We already have the lead roundhouse, so I'll definitely want to build a connection with Cerrone. We'll bring him in at some point for that question mark kick. And then we'll go ahead and add another one to Michael Chiesa at some point. I'd like to learn some submissions from him. Let's get another heavy bag drill in, get some more Evo points. On to the final week of fight camp. We are at peak fitness. I can probably get another sparring session in without overtraining though. I would like to do that. Let's get another wrestling one in here and try and land some strikes from half guard. All right, we've maximized peak fitness without overtraining, so that is perfect right now. I'm gonna go ahead and predict a 2nd round knockout here against Chris Weidman, and then we'll get another social media post up to end out our fight camp. Hype is now up to high. We've done a good job with the social media posts in every camp. Our hype just advanced to high. We've got to get this W against Chris Weidman, and I could not be more sweaty and nervous about it.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Prelims, no more. Here he is making his way to the octagon. This is the first time in his UFC career he has worked his way to the main card. He has strung together some wins, looking at the rankings, and this guy appears like he belongs. A lot more eyeballs on him tonight. The audience is bigger. His popularity has grown leaps and bounds. We'll see if he can handle that pressure and perform the way he has that led to this main card slot here tonight. All right, so another big spot for this high-level wrestler here tonight, and the opposition knows what's coming, but more often than not in the UFC, they've been unable to stop.
It's because since a little boy, he spent his life on the wrestling mats. And even though you start to prepare for it late, you cannot match his ability to train, his ability to focus. The idea that once he gets a hold of you, it only ends with him in top position. It does not matter if he has to get a high crotch. It does not matter if he needs to get a single leg or a double leg. The purpose is to get you to the floor, and he has been trained his entire life to do just that.
Yeah, you put it well. He's got a lot of throws and takedowns and trips in his arsenal, and he'll try to put them to good use in this matchup here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. Weidman is 14 years the elder. The rest is nearly identical. All right, we send it back inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 7 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Voodoo. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 15 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Baldwin, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Weidman! And with the attributes, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, let's get it, guys. The man who dethroned Anderson Silva. I gotta pick my shots wisely here. I do not want to get taken down. Good shot. Oh, no way! Are you kidding me? 17 seconds! 17 seconds! Let's go! Woo! Chris Weidman! Turn right into it, why don't you? Get your neck snapped! Yikes! I am hyped right now! I am hyped right now!
Sport's biggest stage, seminal moment for that fighter tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 17 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Voodoo!
Well, there will be no shutting that.
That actually just happened! 17 seconds! Our hype is now boosted up to very high! Did you see that? That was phenomenal. We also just hit our contract bonus for finishing 3 fighters. We have 1 more fight left on this deal. We might crack the top 10 rank now. Let's check it out. I can't believe that just happened. I'm telling you, that head kick, if you can time it just right, if you knock your opponent down, when they're getting back up, if you can time that head kick, it's so much damage. Oh, Anderson Silva finally retired. That's a tough one to read. I'm just patiently waiting for that to happen in real life. Hard to top that knockout by Margaret O'Ville for performance of the night. Let's go. We had to get knockout of the night too, right? Did we just get $100,000? 2 bonuses? I'll take it. My man Dana. We were officially ranked number 8 as I expected. We hopped into the top 10. We're 8-0 as a pro, 7-0 in the UFC. We're climbing the ladder. Who's our next fight gonna be? We're going up against none other than, ooh. Oh, now, are you kidding? We're getting a top contender fight because of that knockout? We're fighting the #1 ranked contender at middleweight, Robert Bobby Knuckles Whitaker. You want to talk about first of all, how's this a very low hyped fight? I just had a 17-second knockout, we jump in the top 10, we would be fighting Robert Whittaker. It would be on the 279 main card. I can't say no. There's no saying no to this fight. We accept. And we will do a 6-week fight camp. Let's go. If you guys are excited about this Robert Whittaker matchup, hit that thumbs up down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Woo! Woo! Man, praise from Kelvin Gastelum as we call it a day. I'm out, boys. Peace.